This video right here, I'm making it for black people. That's right, black people. You know how y'all black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. As a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with black people? You guys are always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better bitch? Always comparing each other's shit. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together, like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time, he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help. We work together. Y'all black people need to do that. Stick together, help each other out. Stop the fucking competing. That's not helping. Peace.
Hey guys, thank you so much for your support. First of all, I just want to say thank you for tuning in, sharing your perspectives and your comments. We are on a road to 1,000. We are so close. We're 29 away from the last time I checked. So if you could share this video with just one person that you know, I would really appreciate it. And just make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
When you look at the American black family for the most part, and I'm talking about the American black family, I'm not talking about like the Africans in Africa. I ain't doing none of that. I'm talking about in America. Most American black families, especially that grew up in the hood, I guess you can say, they have a tendency, because they grew up in a single parent household with a mother. So most of the time you'll normally hear a mother say, this is my house, y'all can get the hell out of my house. They normally kick their kids out between the ages of 16 and 18. And that's not very productive, because you're kicking young kids out at a very young age with no life skills. They don't know how to pay on bills. They don't know how to do nothing. So they have nothing but optimal time to get into mischief and in the streets. And they're gonna have to learn how to make money that way.
Yeah, I mean, especially young women, because I focus on young women a lot on the channel. And putting a young woman out there at 18 years old, when she is her most fertile and she's really hot. And when I say hot, I mean like her body is ready to reproduce. And people forget about biology. They think that just because we put these things in place about careers and all that stuff, that biology still doesn't take place. Okay. So I think that a lot of women end up making these bad choices because they don't have that guidance. And I mean, I know that if I was living at home with both of my parents, after like the age of 18, because I moved out when I was 19, I would definitely I'd be questioned, like if I was coming home late or out partying or just making crazy decisions that, you know, they will question me.
A young girl would never have the guidance if she's under a single parent household, because the whole simple fact is the mother hasn't worked. So if the mother is constantly working, your kid is unsupervised. And the time when you do see your kid, you're constantly probably yelling at them and things like that because you're pissed off at having a bad day at work. Yeah. So at that point, what do you think is going to happen with most young people? They're normally going to say, F this, I'm out, and they're going to go ahead and go outside and get into mischief in the streets. And it's the same thing for most boys. Most young boys, even men, they don't really like to hear that constant nagging when it comes to dealing with a single parent, because that overextending of telling the kid what to do, that tends to get on people's nerves. But what I'm saying is this: the family structure in America when it comes to black people, it is horrible. It is extremely horrible, and it produces bad behaviors. And I'm not going to say everybody who came from a single parent household grows up to be bad, but it produces bad behaviors, and it produces certain things to where we feel like we grew up with nothing. And when we start to look at things like that in life from out how we perceive things in a way of, well, if he has it and I don't have it, then I'm gonna take it because I grew up in the struggle. is what it is. And a lot of people feel like they got to get it out of the concrete. That's BS. I'm from the hood. I'm from Oakland, California. I'm from this. I have no desire to go out and go take from somebody. I learned how to get it on my own. I learned how to get it. I learned how to work with people. I learned how to do things. And I'm the same person, grew up in a single parent household. But the difference is that my mother made sure that I had certain tools. Even though she worked hard, I still understood. One of the oldest, I kept myself busy. I learned from people around me who went to jail, who got killed and things like this, not to be like that. Most people are not fortunate enough to think like that. But when you look at the media and the music and what's being pushed, they're constantly talking about struggle, get robbed and go get it. So now it creates a bad stigma on the single parent household thing, which it should, because you don't have a parent that's going to be able to, what's the word I want to say is...
Like a disciplinary?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to have a father in the household.
Yes.
But when you look at the single parent household and a person that grew up in a single parent household is always going to push out this independent type mindset that I gotta get it, right? So when you do that, look at the bad business practices that black people take. They can't even work together because they're always gimme, push. I ain't sharing with you. I ain't got it. Get out my face. It's that type of mindset.
Yeah, and I also think that things were planted either by the Boulets or by Asians, and everybody I'm probably conspiracy theory on this one, who knows, but it's just funny that we went from being almost perfect when it comes to family back in the day to now we are at complete opposite, and that happened over a course of just a few decades. And, you have to look at those factors. But I wanted to also bring it back to the Hispanic family or the gentleman. I pay attention a lot when I'm out. And I work with businesses. So one of the things that I notice is in other cultures, they have their kids working in their businesses with them. So they're teaching them how business structure works, how profit and loss works, how the marketing works. And actually the kids are actually adding value because they know, the newer things to do to help to market the business. So everyone kind of wins. And then also I wanted to bring up another thing when it comes to the Hispanic culture.
Okay.
We always laugh at the fact that there's so many of them in a household.
Y'all better stop laughing at the Hispanic culture and the Asian culture, because the whole simple fact is that black people have a tendency to laugh and say all of them Mexicans and all of those Asians in the household, but guess what? They are running laps around black people. Black people is behind the 8 ball, because when you actually think about it, for the whole simple fact is, regardless if Hispanics don't like each other, they understand the mission. So when you go outside, you wonder why they on each corner with food tents, taco trucks. They have construction companies. They have like Mexican businesses. At the end of the day, regardless if they don't like each other, they understand the mission. Asian, same thing. I have Asian friends. They tell me they have this thing where they help one of their family members that's Asian go to college, then come back, put money in the pot, and help another one of their family members get to school and get a good career, and then both of them come back and get another one. You see how this is working? They always go. So now it's 3 successful ones, and now they came back, and now they finna make a 4th successful one, and they also understand and honor their actual grandparents. Black people, you don't honor your grandparents. Your grandparents is disrespectful, and we got to call it what it is too, because the family structure has always been messed up for quite some time. We just don't want to address it. And yeah, we had those spurts where we did have successful families. I know people say, what about Black Wall Street, 1920 Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma? All right, cool, great. We got North Carolina, Durham, Black Wall Street. We got Florida. We had one in New York. We had one in Chicago. We had them everywhere where we were thriving. Somewhere we fell short. Somewhere we sold out. And the destruction of the black family, you started to see it started to crumble. And it's crumbling. Drugs got involved. And now, look, it's just all bad. We even laugh at the actual drug addicts outside and be like, look at that dude. He's a dope fiend. Okay, cool. If he's a dope fiend, he's probably somebody's father. How about we actually go out there and go try to clean him up and get him back in the household so we can create the actual family structure?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people don't think about that, though.
They don't. And, that's funny that you brought that up, because I actually said to myself, when I was going inside of a Walgreens, and a man was outside with his woman, and he didn't look like he was on drugs. He just said he was just trying to get some money for him and his woman to get some food. And I said, how about this? How about I give you something more than money? How about I give you information that you can multiply and actually build wealth on? And I basically shared with him that he can build a business of just washing windows and making hundreds of dollars a day. And I would help him to do the formation. I would help him to do the website and all that for free. So instead of giving him $1, I'm literally giving him a possible empire to build. And it'd take me about 30 minutes to do, 30, 45 minutes. Like, we have skills that we can hone in and teach each other. But instead, we want to gatekeep and act like...
No, it's the thing, because everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to be
the star of the show.
No, everybody wants to be the next Malcolm X. They want to be the next Martin Luther King, because we have this thing where we always looking at the youth to try to save us. No, it's actually you older people need to set down the path and then extend it as far as you can before you get out of here, off this planet, and then let the kids walk behind it and extend the path even further. So therefore, you need to teach them certain morals. You need to teach them certain ethics. You need to teach them comprehension skills. You need to actually sit down and let's just have a conversation. Yeah. And you older folks need to stop looking at these young people like they're dumb and all of this type of stuff. And you young people need to stop looking at these OGs like, oh yeah, well, they some haters. Look, the older people, y'all got the knowledge. The young people, y'all know how to get money. If y'all come together and fuse that together, do y'all actually know we can actually enter the race? Because right now, a lot of us are just sitting on our butts. We ain't even entered the race. And then those who do try to enter the race, it's that crab in a barrel mentality. Y'all ready to pull that person down, hate on them and stuff, and you wonder why we can't. But y'all always ask this question. Like Dr. Umar, what are you doing in the community to help the youth and all of this type of stuff? That's the problem. That is the problem. Stop asking somebody else what are they doing, and ask yourself what are you doing so we can build the family structure. Because a lot of y'all also too, when people bring up this whole thing about building family through the polyamory way, I would say the polygyny way, a lot of you women is like, oh no.
I ain't sharing.
But from my understanding and what I heard from the CDC, I believe it's by 2030, maybe 2040, 50 to 60% of you women will be single.
And childless.
And old. So at this point, we have to figure out a way to build the family structure and generate some type of economic wealth at this point. And it's not even wealth, I want to just say in general. We need to understand and learn how to build some type of camaraderie with each other. Some type of code. We need
like
to
a code of ethics.
We need to start putting morals back out there, how we deal with each other.
Yes.
Especially black men and stuff. You need to start holding other black men accountable who don't take care of their children. Yes. And they always got like excuses. They be like, no, you know what? I ain't finna deal with my child at all. I ain't got time for none of that. You need to start holding them accountable. Just like these black women out here with these bad parenting skills that they exude towards these young girls by telling them it's okay to look like a 304, a HOE, or whatever you want to call it, a prostitute, whatever. I'm just telling you, stop pushing these bad behaviors. And you know why? Because for the whole simple fact is, a lot of the bad mothers grew up in a single parent household with no father.
Yeah.
And that's the honest truth.
And I've said this multiple times. Men, you are the determining factor on whether or not your daughter is going to become a 304 or if she's going to have a nice, fulfilled life. Like, that's a lot of responsibility, but guess what? The moment that you chose to shoot up the club and have intercourse, which means you're entering a course of life with a person, you made your bed, now you gotta lay in it. And you have to be there for your daughters. You have to. And as far as sons, these women have son husbands. Your son is not your husband. He's not the man of the house. You can teach him responsibility without making him feel that he has to take care of you. Stop using your children as insurance policies and actually get an insurance policy. Start teaching them financial literacy before 16.
Yep.
Start teaching them work ethic. If you don't have your own business, then just make them mow the lawns of the neighbors or something. Because it's important that we act quickly, act fast, and efficiently. Otherwise, it's over.
I mean, real honestly, y'all got like two options. And it's going to be either we fix the problem and try to bring family back, understand what dating really is, understand what marriage really is, or people going to start dating robots. That's the honest truth. I'm not even lying to you. I'm being dead serious about it.
I'll be honest, if I was the dude and looking at the dating market and you had a robot that looked just like a woman and acted like a woman and did everything she said, yeah, it's creepy. The thought of it's creepy. But you know what's creepier? Dealing with a 304 who has 4 or 5 other dudes on her roster, and you could possibly get an STD or get shot from somebody because they're jealous or all the other things. So yeah, that's creepy too.
Because men need to start learning how to vet out women and not vet them out by their body parts and start understanding their mind and how they process stuff. Because yeah, she might look cool, but she can be dumber than a box of rocks. And that's just the honest truth. You give her a kid and she can't even tell you left or right. So at the end of the day, now you upset online arguing about how she treats you. And let me pause real quick and say this. To all you black people, social media is not where you go spill all your family business out online.
Get out of my head.
This is why you have so many people monetizing off of us, because y'all are the only people that are running to this camera and then spilling all of your business online and then get upset when somebody has an opinion. Have you not looked at other races of people? I'm not saying other races of people don't do it too, because I done seen it, but they don't do it as frequently as us. We're on everything constantly talking about each other. We are one of the biggest communities that's always gossiping. We don't never give solutions.
I have a solution for that too.
But you wonder why people love drama so much. Because we give them drama. We're constantly talking about your baby daddy. We're talking about your baby mama. We talking about the kids and stuff. Let's start trying to find solutions.
Yes. So I have a solution to that actually. Because I'm about solutions. So instead of going on social media and telling all your business, just create a group on Meetup. It's a Zoom group you can create on Meetup, and like-minded women, whatever it is that you're going through, you'll be able to they'll gravitate to you, and then you can talk amongst each other. Realize that when you're on live or when you're on social media and you're telling all your business, your coworkers have access to this. People that you could possibly be doing business deals have access to this. And if you're acting emotionally, you're going to say things that you're going to regret. And once it's on the internet, it's there forever. So think about it before you go and do that. Because I've done it before. Luckily, it wasn't too stupid. But we all make mistakes. Yeah. But be more mindful.
They gotta learn discipline, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, discipline goes a long way. Honestly, and I'm not lying. It's just like how men be talking about, women ain't then guess what? You attracted that ain't energy. Just like a woman say, men ain't guess what? You attracted that ain't energy. They ain't nothing but a reflection of what you are and how you carry yourself and how you treat others. So you don't think that you have a bad attitude as a woman, but you actually do. And then you always look for approval from the other women who are just as broken as you with bad attitudes to tell you, okay, it's cool, let's do this, okay, go sis. No, it's no go sis. It's look, check this out. You need to have people around you that's going to tell you no and tell you that you are messing up so you can improve as a person. You always want to live uncomfortable. You don't want to find people that's going to put you in a comfortable zone to where you don't grow. And then now you don't want to hear the truth. Now the truth hurts. So now you become this I hate men and all of this type of stuff. And it's vice versa for a lot of you men. I'm not even going to lie. A lot of you dudes get online. Y'all complain about a lot of these women. And some of y'all are valid. And some of y'all make really good points, but some of y'all show that y'all just bitter and y'all hate women because y'all didn't get the woman that y'all wanted. And honestly, to be real with you, y'all need to stop that as men. Men never got online to sit there and want to start gossiping and start complaining and stuff. We understand what it is. We understand what female nature is. And when you understand what female nature is, you understand, okay, this behavior is not a behavior that I like, so I'm going to stay away from it. Now, if you're a man who likes drama, then by all means, that's your thing. You like chaos. Most men don't like chaos. They have a purpose. They have a focus. They have a mission. So when they understand that, they don't have time for chaos. They're too busy building. Men who don't have a purpose, don't understand the mission, don't have focus, they like chaos because that's what they do, because they grew up around a chaotic mother, a chaotic grandmother, some type of chaos in their community. They grew up around with friends who have chaotic homes. So at that point, guess what? You're going to deal with chaos. So these type of men, they like chaos. There are other type of men who don't like chaos. And then you got the ones in the middle that's trying to figure it out. Everything drops into threes. We have good women. We have chaotic women. And then we have the women in the middle that's trying to figure it out. So the thing is, when it comes to the community and our business practices and trying to get this family structure back together and learn how to work together, we got to start doing like Hispanics is doing, Asians is doing and stuff. Whether you like polyamory, polygyny, I don't really care at this point. We're so behind the 8 ball. When we look up in the next few years, by 2040, they already said the black wealth will be at 0. So at that point, you need to really realize right now it's all good times, but that dollar is dwindling. And when we transition over to the digital age, guess what? A lot of people money will be, what's the word I want to say? Is going to be controlled. So at that point, we need to start learning how to build businesses, start utilizing our talents and come together and put our differences to the side. Whether we like each other or not, whether we agree or not, we need to put that to the side. We need to start learning how to work together when it comes to business. We need to learn how to understand family better. We need to understand what relationships is about. We need to understand that marriage is nothing but a business when you sign that paperwork, and you got to understand we're just trying to build financial wealth if you're going to be married. Stop all of that. Oh, well, he cheated on me, so I don't want to be with him. Stop that. Come on, man. It's time to grow up.
You're ruining a legacy when you do that.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't have generational wealth. I mean, families are broken apart because of an emotion. Like, honestly, I think that they should make divorce illegal. Because women, I can't remember the exact number, but majority of women who file for divorce, they regret it after. And I know some.
No, what they need to do is they need to start penalizing women. Anytime they get married to get divorced because they want to try to come up with something, they need to pay a huge fee. They need to penalize them. When you think you finna get out, you need to be penalized. Just like child support. She want to go there because she feel like she ain't getting enough money. Listen to what she's saying. Penalize her ass, because for the whole simple fact is they're getting away, they're divorcing. But if you ask them why did they divorce, it's always from feelings. I feel. Who cares? You sound like one of these emotional ass Democrats. Stop that shit. Who cares about how you feel? You need to understand the mission. What is the mission? Who is the man you dealing with? Because if you're dealing with a man who can't lead you, who walks in circles, then you're gonna be confused. confused. Just like him. You need to actually get a man who actually has a purpose, a mission, and understands what he is building and where he's trying to go in life. When you find those type of men and not rappers and drug dealers who want to hang out in the next 5 years, you look up, now guess what? He out there drinking beer and stuff, and he used to be the man, now he's a drug addict or something. It's like, come on, man, we got to start doing better. And women, y'all need to start vetting out the men who y'all have kids with, because a lot of y'all, the onus is on y'all, because y'all lay down with these men and then want to get up and get mad at these men because he didn't give you what you want, because you caught up in your feelings about him cheating. Well, guess what? If you look at the word cheating, the word cheating is a video game terminology. You cheat to win. Y'all like to cheat to lose everything y'all built. What the fuck is that? I'm just saying.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close out by saying this. I don't think that we as a people understand the true power that we have. And I said this to myself. I was taking a shower and I said, our women, our black women, our voices are deeper because we have the ability to shake the ether. Like, our voices are so powerful. Our influence is so powerful. Just think about how everything we do is mimicked. Everything. We're trendsetters. So what do you think would happen? Just paint this picture for you. We start to come together. We start to build relationships. We start speaking life into these men instead of speaking hate. And that alone is like putting a battery pack in them and telling them to go. Because they will work their asses off to take care of you.
But peep this though. This is the thing. And I'm going to say something because no one is having these conversations. Black men, we need to put ourselves first and start understanding brotherhood. Start making sure that your homie makes it home safely. Check on them. Vice versa. We need to start like the Black Panthers used to do, how they make sure that their people get home. That's what needs to happen. Black women, y'all need to start to learn sisterhood and start to build a bridge. And black men, you as well, build a bridge. Because at the end of the day, the people that needs to be protected is those kids that's going to be in the middle. Build a wall. Learn how to work together. Y'all sound like grown-ass kids constantly arguing back and forth about y'all feelings. No one cares about your feelings. The economy is getting hard. Everything is getting hard. No one cares about y'all feelings. Online, day in and day out, it's just constantly the same rhetoric about men and women. There are so many videos up about men and women behavior. When do we start speaking about solutions? And we have to stop this running to the internet for therapy to bash your significant other or whoever the person you're dealing with. If you want to be out here and have multiple men, that's great, cool. That's your thing. Vice versa, for the man, that's great, cool. But look, understand this. Stop wasting certain people's time. A lot of people feel like their time is being wasted by dealing with certain people. When this woman want a relationship or this man want a relationship and you don't, then just go ahead and just tell them what it is. Hey, you know what? I find you sexually attractive. This is what that is. A lot of y'all waste time. Y'all have kids with people and then turn around and start bashing men and bashing women. But really, you women who bash men a lot, y'all need to stop that, because y'all the ones that are making bad choices. Y'all the ones that are really making the bad choices out here, keeping kids and then getting upset and then turn around talking about you want a stepdaddy or stepfather. Man, come on with that. Man, y'all wasting everybody's time, dude. You know you messed up. So when you look in the mirror, you know you messed up. So what you do is you need to get up and place blame on somebody or go into these echo chambers of women hating men so you can feel better. But you know that you messed up. That's the honest truth.
I can't go after that. That was powerful. Well, I appreciate you for coming on to the show. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe.